So this is like the unofficial start of the first video. I just figured I would start outside because it's actually a really nice day out, but I think I'm gonna go pick a more permanent location to start filming at. It was much nicer out. You can tell that the sky was blue at one point. It's kind of there still. Ah, see? I knew I would find it. There's the blue sky. Okay, so I was initially looking for a place to go sit, and we've accidentally stumbled upon nature. Hi, my name is Kato. I'm 23 years old, going on 24. My birthday is in just under 2 months, so I'm starting to reach that very arrogant phase where I remind people each time I see something shiny and new I want that my birthday is on the horizon. Today is Tuesday, April 9th, which means in about 3 or so days I'll be getting my first tea shot, so I'm very excited about that. Let's do the stereotype where today is Tuesday, April 9th, and this is my voice pre-tea. I've been waiting to do that for a while actually, so you can see my notes, just in case I forget my name or my birthday. So, a little bit more about me. I graduated from the University of Hartford about 2 years ago. It'll be 2 years in May, and I have a degree in cinema studies. Right now I'm an overglorified movie reviewer. The other day my dad told me that Roger Ebert's position was open. A little bit too soon for that. That being said, I'm curious if they are taking resumes. I do actually have a job. I work at a Target, particularly skilled in these two things. I'm very good at wearing red and khaki, and I'm very good at telling you where things are. My ultimate goal is to try and work for Google or YouTube, not just making vlogs, but I'd really like to work like at the core headquarters for Google, or maybe with HBO. I don't even know. I literally have no shame at this point that I'd rather make coffee for someone than work at a Target. Don't get me wrong, I really love Target. They've been super positive. My HR got behind my transition really early. Now that I'm starting tea, they're actually going to make some kind of corporate announcement to let them know. And it's a boy. Yes, I'm sure there will be a balloon. I am a cosplayer, which is noted by all of the fanboying I do on my Tumblr. I'm sure there'll be a link in the doobly-doo, because I'm a nerd fighter, and I use words like doobly-doo. A little bit about my gender timeline, because I think a lot of people don't discuss that. I think we just get the whole FTM experience, but it's not a blanket experience, so here's mine. I was raised gender non-conforming for most of my life because A, my parents never saw anything wrong about letting me be me, and B, I genuinely thought that's how all kids were raised until I was about 13 or so. I only came out to my family about 4 or 5 months ago, after several years of very rampant gender confusion. I, for the longest time, thought I wanted to be gender neutral, but that didn't quite feel right either. We're very supportive of the non-binary, gender, queer, agender movement, but I felt more comfortable as 100% male. I knew what being trans was from a very young age, but I never knew that, one, it worked both ways. I thought that only men could transition to women, or male assigned at birth persons could transition to female, and I never thought that that experience was me. Spoiler alert. As for the how, where, and why I got tea, I think the why is pretty simple, so we'll just chuck that one out. As for the how and where, I talked to my primary care physician at Dartmouth Hitchcock down in Manchester, and she told me that the best avenue I could take was to go talk to somebody at the Fenway Health Borum kind of mash of like trans health network. I got in touch with the Borum back in late January, early February. I had my first appointment with Dr. Ralph Vetters back in mid-February, and he basically set me up with their behavioral team. Back on April 5th, I met with Mick Rehrig, and he was phenomenal. They're going to be sitting my case tomorrow on Wednesday, but I've been basically given the 100% go-ahead on the, like, he's a boy. I hate to keep using that, but my parents keep making all these newborn baby jokes. I should be good to go for Friday. Hopefully there are no hang-ups, except for I've got to take a really epic adventure across Boston. I have to travel from Manchester, New Hampshire, where I live, to Boston for 8:45 in the morning. I then have to sign all the consent paperwork, travel across Boston about 20 minutes to the Fenway Health Center, where I'm going to hand them the prescription for tea. Then they are going to hand me my prescription, the vials, the everything, and then I have to take them back to the Borum to get my injection. It's gonna be a really tiring day, but it's gonna be a good kind of tired. Oh god, there's ants, Gonna get up. There's probably spiders too. I'm horrified of spiders. We did pick my legal male name. I do hope that people in my personal life do continue to call me Kato. My parents settled on the name Lucas. I'm incredibly fond of, to be quite honest. I think that Lucas is very fitting for me. It's a really nice day out. I took part in a project recently with a bunch of other trans guys. Sorry, I have pretty severe asthma, so I'm gonna have some cases of the huffy puppies as we walk. I took part in Skylar's Rehumanizing the Trans Masculine Community project. It's kind of a mouthful to say, and I'm surprised I got it all out. I will post the link to that Tumblr there, but essentially it was a bunch of different trans guys from different places, ages, everything. We were tasked with taking 27 or so pictures on disposable cameras and to write about our lives. It was actually a lot of fun to get people in my life involved with that. I got pictures of probably almost every single important person in my life. There's a couple people that, you know, geographical restraints definitely kept me from like getting as many pictures as I'd have liked, but I think I got a pretty good representation of who I am and what my experience is going to look like. I'll probably talk about that in another video a little bit more because it does have this really special meaning to me for it to be like one of the last things I did pre-T, especially since my whole family, all of my friends, my coworkers, everyone was really on board with me carrying a disposable camera around for a little bit over a month. So I think more people were confused at the 12-year-old boy carrying around a disposable camera than anything else. A little shout out to my grandparents who are probably all watching this vlog. My family has been super supportive since coming out. My parents have always been champions for my life. Whatever I want to be or do, they've always been there, and it's just really multiplied since coming out, and I feel very blessed after hearing other people's experiences. My friends have all been wonderful. I only had one person decide they didn't want to be in my life anymore after coming out. For me, that's a really major win. I know ideally we'd all like to think that no one is going to leave our lives. It is like a very scary journey for some people to go on. I'd rather find out now that they aren't supportive than find out down the line that they were pretending. It still really sucks to have like 17 years of friendship closed off. It's definitely reminded me to be thankful for the people who have stayed in my life. This is definitely turning into a ramble. I actually haven't walked over this way in years. I'm pretty sure that I'm gonna have to go pry like all the ticks off my body after this. I'm kind of hoping after this that my videos are a little bit more organized. I'm sure that my friends are all gonna laugh at me because I was told at least 3 times that I needed to practice my vlog. I'm not really good at doing what I'm told. I'm actually particularly awful at that, so hopefully this turns out as more than a ramble. You can tell I'm particularly out of shape. I guess I will put a close on this video and hope you guys all have a good day.